to the chaos life. Eleanor, no. No sounds. It's quiet time. It's almost time to go bed. Shh. Quiet time. No, you move now, though. So maybe we can try to find that bookmark I lost. So I lost my bookmark to my book. It's a magnet one. And they found it. Chaos ensued halfway through face-off weekend. Let's just say that. I have a family member on hospice right now, so I did not really read over the weekend. And it's a waiting game right now, so there's that. I've had a migraine since Sunday. It's taken off the edge after I continuously doped myself up on different migraine meds. The only time I don't really feel head pain at this current moment is when I'm sleeping. Regardless, I did pick Windsor back up on Sunday to finish my London read. Of course, I'm not finished with it quite yet, but I read a good 150 some pages. Eleanor, we've been over this. Stop it. And now it is Monday, and I read about 158 pages, and I want to make it a little bit further yet tonight, but it is 10, so I need to get ready for bed. But I want to get to page 600 in this, because then that will bring us to about 230 some pages right tomorrow, which is kind of manageable, right? Kind of manageable. At the same time, tomorrow, I am going to start my London to Rome book, and for that one, just because I know I'm not going to finish it right away, for that one I picked Take a Hint, Dani Brown. Probably been over a year since I read the, God, what is her name? Chloe Rome. It's probably been about a year since I've read that one. A little over a year, probably. So, I'm going to start that one because it's a Town Hour audiobook. I'll start it tomorrow while I'm, maybe getting ready for work or something. I haven't quite decided yet. But goal is going to be to finish this one either Tuesday night or early on Wednesday. And then I finished up my class notes for Thursday because logically I made no progress since last week Monday. But I did finish them here tonight, so, accomplishment somewhere in my life. But I need to start on the next chapter so that I'm not stressed again. So there's that. That's pretty much all. Just sitting here with migraines from stress. And we're going to try to finish this book. We're going to move on. We're going to get our Rome book done. And hopefully by then I'm pretty much caught up. It's going to be the goal. Overall, it's going to be the goal. And then I don't know where we'll go from there. We'll have to see what the next prompt is. And I do know we released the fast forward thing today. I'm not going to use it. We're going to say that because I think I can't catch up. I just, need to sit down and read. Alright, lots of reading has happened in the past 48 hours. I kind of make up for, not being able to really do face-off because of unforeseen events. But I finished Winter. I finished, that last, I think it's 600 pages that I ended up reading. Well, I'm going to check. Over the past few days. So, Monday I read 200 pages almost, and then yesterday I read 230 pages to finish it out. And then I also started another book. But Winter was my book for London because, like I said before in my vlog, I don't know if it was this one or the previous one, maybe both. My brain is fried. But Blue lost the leg from... We lost the Sao Paulo leg, so we had to read a book over 400 pages, and my dumbass brain went, pick the biggest retelling book on your shelf you have? Got it. 833 pages later, here we are. But No, I got us lots of points. That's what matters. So then, I knew I was going to finish it. So I started during the workday. I started listening to my London to Rome book, which has to feature a romance. And instead of just trying to find a book like, oh, does this feature a romance and having something else? I just decided, let's just take the easy route and read a romance. So I picked Take a Hint, Dani Brown. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I forgot to say, I gave Winter 4 stars. It was a solid 5-star going in. And for most of the book, it was a solid 5. The ending kind of brought down a star. I think it could have been a little bit more elaborated, especially in that romance part at the end. You just built it up the entire book, and I felt like it was a little the entire book. Not just the entire book, the entire series. It's a little lackluster for me. The romance part reminded me of that. Anyways, back to Dani Brown. So, I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown last year. And I learned last year, don't play this book out loud at work. Because, I didn't, my headphones in last year. And then some scenes popped up and I was like, you're a dumbass. You need to put headphones in. So I did bring headphones and I had them in preparation. So went well. I got about 100 pages in on Tuesday. So I finished it today at work because we weren't too terribly busy. So I just kept one headphone in unless I had to actually go in a room with a patient. And I finished the book. Not at work. I had to finish it after work because I ended up killing my phone doing this. Because, I listened to probably about 6 hours of audio today at work. I got kind of killed my phone and was on Discord, so I kind of killed my phone. So I finished it. It's a solid 5-star. I will say though, going into it, what I remember of Chloe Brown, which I remember the general plot of Chloe Brown. I remember loving it, and bits and pieces came back to me as I was listening to Dani Brown. But I remember Chloe Brown being from Chloe's perspective, more it's third person, but she was our main character, and the love interest wasn't he was there where it was there, but it wasn't necessarily from his perspective, we weren't seeing into his mind. And it was the opposite with Dani. We were really in his head the entire time, and I wasn't expecting it. It was not unwelcome, but I wasn't expecting it. Why are you looking at me like that? Why do cats do that? Cats are so weird. Do you need something from me? Why are you sitting like you're a dog? Yeah, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You cute. I'm so glad you like to shove your face into the camera so everyone can see your giant head. Because you got the big one. You got the big head. You got a weird shaped head from what I found out. Found out Siamese have weird shaped heads. Which makes your dental problems a little bit more harder to treat. I love you so much. It's okay, Shelby. I really do love you. You're just odd. Back to what I was saying. Dani Brown. We were in his head the entire time. It wasn't unwelcome. I just wasn't expecting it. You know? But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. And then I decided, you know what? I was gonna try to find another short romance, because I had a feeling the next prompt was going to drop as soon as Bree started sprints here on Wednesday night. So I was let me just find a short romance, a 3-hour audio. And apparently the collective daily limit has been met at my library on Hoopla, and I cannot take anything out. And I tried to go through Libby, but I couldn't find anything I liked, wanted to read. So I just worked on some class notes, because I have class tomorrow after work, and I did get through the chapter we're going to be doing, so I started in on the next chapter for 2 weeks out, because we gotta do something, right? I gotta get a little bit ahead. And what do you know, I finished taking notes, and sprints were going on, and we were talking, the chatty bit, and the sprint started, and chaos. Sprint dropped. And, Bree had posted a little teaser in the general chat. This may be more difficult than the Sao Paulo prompt, and as a reminder, Sao Paulo prompt was 3 people on the cover. At least 3 people on the cover. Which was very hard for me, and I did not enjoy my book, because I had to find a YA romance, and I have discovered I am really no longer into YA romance, which is something I could have figured out a while ago, because I had read YA romance and did not like it, and just never picked anything up again, and I did not pick up any YA romance till Sao Paulo, and then go, wow, this is why I don't like YA romance. But we're going to, oh my gosh, I can say the name. Santorini. We're going to Greece, okay? You know what? I try. And prompt is coastal, Greece is coastal, And I have had a book sitting on my shelf since it released on March 29th, and I know it released on March 29th because it was my brother's birthday, and I was like, hey, it's your birthday, but like a book is releasing that I want really bad. It is a cozy mystery series. It is book 32 in this cozy mystery series, and over like the past year and a half, I have obsessed over the series and like got caught up. Like I read the first book in January of 21, spent most of 21 getting up to date, and I think I got through like 20-some books in the series, and then I finished up getting up to date by like mid-2022, and we've just been waiting for releases as they come out, and they release like 3 books a year. So next one's coming up soon, guys. It's coming up soon. It's like I think it's coming out. It's either September or October. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I was going to look it up now. I don't need to look it up now, guys. So this book, Coast, The Ghost and the Wedding Crasher. It is a B&B on the Oregon coast. I've been waiting for this book. Like when they released the first prompt, the Big 5 publishers, I was hoping the prompt was going to be not Big 5 publishers because this is an indie book. And like, I finally get to read it, guys. Like, I could have read it any month between March and now, but like, it just kept getting pushed off. And then this Readathon came along and I'm on blue team, and I was like, wow, look, this book is pretty blue. I can totally count it for something, right? And then like, nothing's come up. It is the prompt of my dreams. It works perfectly. And so I haven't been reading for long tonight, like 43 minutes, but I'm a solid 48 pages in already, and it's a relatively short book, it's only 280 pages, so this, and then in sprints, people are so nice and giving all these recommendations, and like, the nice one was brought up, which I like just read, but also Daisy Darker, which I have on my shelf over here, and I know The Last Word, it's out on by my couch, I have that one, and Percy Jackson counts, and I've been wanting to reread Percy Jackson before the next book comes out in the series next month. So, like, I have so many options for sightseeing books. I'm gonna, like, power through a good chunk of this yet tonight, because I'll probably read for another hour, and then we'll go from there. We'll just go from there. Like, I'm already at 17%. Like, we're gonna make great progress. So, I'm gonna go back and read. I mean, talking 2 consecutive nights in a row, amazing. Right? Like, who would have thought? I have another migraine, because this is the week for migraines. Stress and heat are great migraine reasons. So, again, I tried opening my windows, because it was, like, upper 60s, and I was like, not bad, Except for I can't seem to get the cool air inside my apartment. And I put a fan blowing air into the apartment and trying to blow air out, and it did not work. It was still 83 degrees in here, and it's not, like, 75 is an upper limit for my migraine triggers, so it's not working well. So the air is back on, which is really sucks, because my bill was $200 fucking this past month, just trying to cool the apartment to 75 degrees. So we're fine. Everything's fine. I absolutely don't hate anything. Probably doesn't help that I'm on the top floor and all heat rises, but, I don't know what to do at this point. 2, stress. a lot of it's personal, but also my youngest brother, he's actually my half-brother, his grandma was put on hospice over the weekend, which is part of the reason I did not read during Face Off as much. And ultimately, she ended up passing away this morning. So it's been a bit stressful, and I did have to talk to my boss about some time off for that today. But we also talked about some other things. I'm not going to get into it all. It's a lot. But Prompt was released. I started reading, this. I got a little bit further into it, not that much further since last night, but I felt the need to rant about this book. And I don't think I've talked about this series on this channel, and there's a reason why, because there's a big project I'm planning for 2024. I haven't quite acquired everything for it yet, but I'm planning a big project. But there are some characters in this book series, I guess the entire series, they pop up, that I despise. And it's not going to make sense when I say I don't like Laura, because Laura hasn't done anything yet in this book. She hasn't done anything. I don't like Kelly. She hasn't done anything in this book. Like, we haven't even, physically talked to Kelly. She's just been mentioned several times. I don't like the characters. They piss me off. I don't like June. June has appeared on the page, and June does piss me off. She over here being all upset. Girl, your grandson doesn't like you. Get over it. Maybe if you weren't such a bitch, maybe people would like you. Don't let the dog in the kid's room who's unsanitary. Girl, get over yourself. I'm not gonna let you in my room because you're unsanitary, Shelby, aren't you? Except for that doesn't work because you're a cat and you do whatever you want. I can't get behind it. Ellie over there, she's on the floor, but she's on the floor staring at things. Are you gonna come here? You wanna come here? Come here. Well, you're wagging your tail. Shelby does not want your things. Yeah, come here. Oh, come here and show everyone how unsanitary you are. Look how unsanitary this thing is. Oh, I'm getting so unsanitary because I'm kissing you. Now I'm just going to die away, aren't I? Because now I'm unsanitary and now I have germs. Now, we don't sleep in the same bed every night. Or did you never get cleaned? Oh, look, Shelby's going behind the books. Oh, yeah, this is an itchy spot for you, huh? You my little baby. You my little baby girl. Oh, just look at your cute little face. I love your face. I just lubes your face. Oh, my unsanitary dog. That's the main point. I'm just pissed off that she said dogs are unsanitary. I don't clean my dog or something. She gets a bath. Even my cat gets baths occasionally, not as much as the dog, but June pisses me off. She really does, and keeps talking about, I certainly hope when you're telling stories, you never mention she was Murdered. Why would I be telling a child a bedtime story about the person who sold us this house that we were good friends with, who lived into her 90s, and go, oh, but she was murdered? Why would I tell a 1-year-old that? Why would their mother do that? Do you have any common sense, June? I swear to God, she was hit upside the head, and now she's lost all common sense. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't stand them. Oh. That's my rant for now. I will probably be back with more ranting because some of the characters in this book piss me off. The ones before that pissed me off all died. They all get killed off. Eventually, you deal with them for a few books. They piss you off. And then they get murdered. And everything's fine. These characters be sticking around. When are you going to be murdered? Is it too far to ask one of the supporting characters' parents to be mom to be murdered? So we can get rid of her? Or the sister-in-law? Or the nosy bitch? Is it too much to ask for someone to be murdered? It's Saturday, huh? So Friday, let's just do a quick recap on Friday. I did some reading on this. Didn't get very far. My brother's grandma passed away, so they had the visitation yesterday. So I went for like work with visitation, and then I did some cleaning when I got home. And I meant to read, but I was waiting for sprints to start, and I fell asleep on the couch instead. Well, so I didn't get much reading done yesterday, but the goal today is going to be to finish this book, because this is my Grease book. And then it's Saturday, so goal is to finish this, and a new prompt was just dropped this morning, which luckily I have a book on my iPad that fits the prompt. Also listening to an audiobook that I can count. I think I mentioned before I've been listening to Salem's Lot. I'm only like 4% in. What are you looking at? I don't know what they're looking at. Oh, I got some friends today. Allie, per usual. And this one is Coco. Coco needed a friend today, which we'll get to. But I'm listening to Salem's Lot. I'm only like 4%. It might be 8% in now. But it works. It works for the next prompt. So, goal's going to be to finish this one, and then I'm going to make cookies while listening to Salem's Lot. What explanation? I'm at my mom's house. They all went to a Pittsburgh Steelers preseason game. It's 4 hours away from us. Girls can't stay home by themselves. We can't leave Coco in a cage for 8+ hours. You know, it's going to be 8 hours of driving alone. So I watch Coco. Huh, Coco? You spend this day with me? You're a good girl. We spend the day together. And I had to come here because Coco's a pittie, and pitties are not allowed in my apartment. But it's okay. I just come to Coco's house then. Yeah, I just come to Coco's house and sleep. We spend day together at Coco's. Coco's a nervous girl in the car anyways. In a new environment, aren't you? Oh, fix your mouth. Don't do that with your teeth. Don't do that with your teeth. You good girl. Me Coco. So we're going to spend the day together, but Eleanor has to fight because Coco cannot sit closer to me. Eleanor has to sit closer to me because I am hers. You guys are possessive of people's. But you a good girl. I love you. I love you too, Eleanor. But that's all for now. Coco, who wants some peanut butter? You want some peanut butter? Here you go. Come here. Come up. Come up. Come here. No one can see you down there. Come up here. Come here. Oh, the big girl. You want some peanut butter? Should we let Eleanor have the rest of this? Because you know she doesn't like jars. You want the rest of the jar? Here you go. I'm going to set this on the ground. Here you go, little girl. You may have some peanut butter too, El. We need to finish up my Saturday update. Is it like 5:30 p.m. now on Sunday? Yes. But a lot of stuff happened. Like, I woke up, so I was dog sitting, made cookies and whatnot. Stayed the night at my house because I didn't get back till about 3 a.m. and I wasn't going to drive an hour home at that point. So I stayed over there until about 2:30 and I dropped my brother off at his dad's house. And then I came home, so it was like a little after 3:30 by the time I got home. And then Miss Shelby was due for her yearly vet visit. So we just got back from that. Because they do like community vet clinics around here where the like just for annual vaccines and stuff, and it's about half the price of what my actual vet will charge. So we just got back. So that's what we did. Back to Saturday. What did I end up doing after I finished cookies? I ended up finishing The Ghost in the Wedding Crasher. Again, 5 stars. I'm in love with the series at this point. I think I don't know if I've given any of the books under 5 stars, honestly. Maybe 1 or 2. But I'm like so highly invested in these characters' lives that like it's a 5-star automatically. Like that's just it. Are there still characters I'm waiting to be for them to be murdered? Yes. One of them got kidnapped. I totally thought she was gonna die, and then she's still alive. Yes, we can't kill one of the supporting characters' sisters. Or the police officer that, you were rooting for back in, like, book 1. But by book 3, you wanted him dead. He's still alive. He flits in and out. So, that brought me to Santorini. And then, the next prompt was released. So, let me bookmark my page. Oh, yeah! Bookmark my page so I know where I am. And I'll show you guys the cover. So, Cairo's prompt was released. And basically, it just has to be set in the past. So, I started Murder at the Mayfair Hotel, which is a book I've had on my iPad for a while on my Nook app. And it's another cozy, and, I just kind of wanted to see where it was going to go. I did not actually end up starting it, though, on Saturday. I opened it up and read the title page. And that was about as far as I got. Because then we went to sleep. And I started rewatching the Redonkulous race. which I don't feel like a ton of people know what that is in book 2. But I feel like I'm on the younger side of people, so not everyone knows what it is. But if you've ever heard of Total Drama Island on Cartoon Network, and then they did like several seasons after that, one of the spin-offs that they did was Total Drama presents The Redonkulous Race, and it is a parody of The Amazing Race, and I love it. It's so funny to me, even now, and that's ridiculous. I still find, like, I only watched the first 3 seasons of Total Drama. After that, it's all trash, except for The Redonkulous Race. So it's, like, the only 4 seasons I'll watch, and I'll watch them on repeat. So we did that. I watched most of it. Still gotta finish it. But there you have it. That's what I did this week. We will start with Sunday with me reading another cozy mystery. See you next time.